So I found some reverse line movement opportunities today, and really all of these today are going to be in college basketball because without NFL or NBA right now, this is kind of where all the betting action is. But I found a few today, and I'm going to go over them real quick. So I found, let's see, the first game here is Lamar versus Southeastern Louisiana, and 56% of the betting volume here was going towards the over, and then 44% went towards the under. The betting volume here is really just the public bettors. This is where most everybody is clicking whenever they're going to their bookies. But this is a case of reverse line movement. And the reason being is because the line opened up at over under 144.5. And then, more people liked the over. And then the line moved down to 143.5, making the over more appealing. So this is a case of reverse line movement because normally when these aren't 50-50, then bookies are going to adjust these odds to make this outcome look a little bit better, to kind of balance it out a little bit. But in this case, they're going to continue to make this more appealing to the public. And they do this because whenever there's a difference in opinion between public bettors and sharp bettors, bookies want to go with the sharp bettors. In other words, the more knowledgeable, the people that are betting more money, usually they have a better success rate. So if the sharp bettors are picking the under, then the bookies are going to make the over really, really appealing so that more people put their money here and then more people lose. And so this just ensures that the bookies are making a profit as well. So in this case, the over was more favorable. They moved the line down 1 point to make it even more favorable so that a lot more people jump on this outcome. So for this game, I would go with the under. And this doesn't mean every pick is going to be a winner, but usually whenever you have a difference between public opinion and then sharp bettors' opinion, you want to go with the sharps. In the long term, this does end up being a good strategy. We also have a few more games. So we have South Carolina State and Howard, where the line opened up at over under 151.5, and then 81% of the people jumped all over the over. And then there was a difference of opinion between public bettors and sharp bettors, so they moved the line down to 149.5 because they want as many clicks and as much money to be dumped into the over as possible. And the bookies are kind of thinking like, if this loses, then 80-90% of the people will lose, and we'll only have to pay out about 20% of the bettors, so they make more money. So for this game, I would go with the under. We also have Northwestern State and then Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. In this game, the majority of the public bettors sided with the under, so 52%. The line opened up at over under 139.5, and then of course the public liked the under, and then the line moved up to 140.5. So if people were already picking the under at 139.5, then if they see 140, they're going to double down their bets. They're going to put more money in here. And then even other bettors throughout the day, they're going to see this number getting higher and higher, and they're going to love that under. And that's what the bookies want you to do in this case. So for this game, I'd go with the over. We have UAPB and Alabama A&M, where this is really close to 50-50. So I'm curious to see how these lines change as the day goes on. But the line opened up at over under 154.5. And then a slight edge on the under. This is where the public kind of liked it a little bit more. And then the line moved up 1 point to 155.5, further enticing the public to continue, pouring money into the under, meaning the sharp bettors are most likely picking the over. And so for this game, I would go with the over. We have, not sure how to say this, Bethune-Cookman, but we have them, Jackson State. I'm curious to see how this line looks throughout the day. This NA really doesn't help me out because, it would help to know where the line started out. But I am siding with the under only because there's 73% of the public votes going towards the over. And so I'm curious to see where it started and then where it ended up at. So this game is on my radar for tonight. I also have Mississippi Valley State and Alabama State. In this game, the line opened up at over under 127.5. The public bettors sided more with the under, and then the line moved up to 129.5. And then that's going to make the under look even better, so bettors throughout the day, they're going to come here and, they're going to hammer that under and pour a lot more money in here. Like, I expect this percentage to be close to 60 or even more later in the day. So in this game, the sharp bettors are going with the over, and that's what I would pick as well. And then the last game I found was Iowa State and then Houston. Again, super close to 50-50, but it opened up at 128.5. People liked the under, and then it went up 2 whole points to 130.5, making the under more enticing. So there's a slight difference here between public bettors and sharp bettors. So for this game, I would go with the over. I looked through the rest of the NCAA action tonight, and I didn't see any other reverse line movements. You can apply the same logic to the spread as well. I prefer over-under just because it's pretty close to even money. And if you lock these in early enough, then you're gonna find the best odds before these numbers change way too much. It's best to lock these in as early as you can in the day. Once you notice like a slight reverse line movement, the best thing to do is lock it in right away. So that's pretty much all I have for today. And yeah, I will be on the lookout tomorrow for some more, most likely college basketball reverse line movement picks.